Hello everyone, what are you expecting this evening? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. I'm super excited because I want to share with you the power of the law of attraction and how specific can you get. And in order to illustrate that, I'm going to talk to you about my financial mentor's manifestation stories and how he has learned to manifest. He was a religious preacher and he was sick, broke, and depressed. He was a sales insurance agent, taking antidepressant and anti-anxiety pills. As he was laying in bed, he said, God, help me. And he heard God tell him that the mess that he was in was because of his own doing. And it's because he doesn't understand the kingdom or how the laws of the kingdom operate, the laws of this fourth dimension. So he starts studying and he begins to see the Bible in a different way. And now he owns a big church. He has his own financial company. He's a multi-millionaire. He has his own TV show. And I admire him very, very much. So I've learned from him a lot. It was just a few months ago last year that I went and visited him with my partner. So here's how he had learned how to manifest. But what I'm going to share with you right now, I want you to pay close attention because this is how specific can you get when it comes to manifestation. Let's think about this. If there's no coincidences and no failure, we manifest in the exact image and likeness of that which we see within. But we create the image by putting the correct words in order. Can we choose to put the words in the order of operation, what I want first and what I want second? For example, you go to the store and you see potatoes and tomatoes. What if you say, well, I want both? But what makes you pick the tomatoes or not the potatoes first? See, can we manifest that order? What I choose first? Yeah. So my financial mentor, he has learned how to manifest in this manner. He knows that money has a purpose, and money, 10% of it is applied to tithing, which means it has a name. The 90%, it's left to you to do whatever you want with it. The same $10 you buy a bag of cat food today, the same $10, it looks the same, it's the same. You go and buy 2 cartons of milk tomorrow. So you can name money. What God had shown him is to take a check and write on the check a ministry or a foundation, somewhere where he would send this money, a certain amount of money. And he looked at that money as the seed. This is what I'm paying for to receive this in return. And what he wrote on the check was, I want a 5-point or bigger buck and a button buck. Now he was hunting for deer. That's how he supplied his family with food at the time. He goes in the field. Out of all the times that he's ever been there before in the field, immediately he gets there in 15 to 20 minutes, the buck, the 5-point buck, appears and it just sits there, looks at him. They look at each other, and of course he takes him down. The second thing that appears, what do you think it was? A button buck. Now, he looks at his body and he says, this is interesting. I just did this the other day and it came and it just happened. In the course of 40 minutes, I had both of them. And he goes again, and what he does right now, he plants the seed and he writes on the check, I want 2 bucks, 5-point or bigger, and a button buck. He sends the check to the ministry or whatever organization he sent it to. He goes into the field. Guess what comes out? The 5-point buck. He takes him down. Guess what comes next? Another 5-point buck. He looks at the buck and says, you're not supposed to be here. Why did you show up? He couldn't shot him. He said, I know that's not what I wrote down. I can't shot you. So the buck goes away, the 5-point buck goes away, and guess what appears next? The button buck. He shuts him down, takes him down. He goes home, tells his wife, and says, honey, I have no idea, but this is what happened. What happened? And he hears a voice, go and check your check. That's not what you wrote down. And he says, yeah, that's what I wrote down, right? So he's having this conversation, which I happen to have a lot too, inner conversation with, no, you're struggling, you're battling to try to figure things out, or you're taking over a situation. So the inner voice says, go and check your check. He says, I know what I wrote down. He's like, no, you don't. Go check your check. So he pulls out the copy from the bank and he looks and it says 2 5-point bucks and 1 button buck. You see, in that state, you could not shot more than 2. You could not shot 2 bucks. You could only shot 1 buck and a button buck. So what happened? That second 5-point buck had to come there because of what he wrote down. What you write down and you're conscious of it, it will come. But even if you're not conscious of it and you write it down, it shows you that it comes anyway. So he did another test, and this time he said it happened that he wrote on the check, okay, I'm going hunting again, I'm going there for my food, for what I need, I'm going to plant the seed, I want a button buck and a 6-point or bigger buck. He goes in the field, guess what comes first? The button buck. Guess what comes second? The 6-point buck. Now he goes home and says, well, this is interesting. Last time I put a buck first and then a button buck. This time I put a button buck and a buck second. He said, could this be, could God be this specific? Like, if you ask for bread, he's not going to give you a stone. He's going to give you what you ask for. Is the universe going to give you with such clarity and precision? And then once he paid attention to that, once he became aware as to the manner of what he was thinking, imagining, and speaking, he obviously used this formula of success in every area of his life. He's a multi-millionaire now, has his own TV show. I love stories like that. And we're talking about a man that is in his 50s and he's in a few states away from where I'm at right now. He's alive and well, his wife, children, and so on. So what am I saying? I'm saying that we can be very, very specific when it comes to the law of attraction. What does that mean? Don't write things that don't think that you're just writing. Your heart knows what you're writing, even though you may not pay attention in the present moment. But you're going to get what you're writing down. So when we go halfway, when we go only for what it is we think we can get, and we go in our speech as far as, oh, I think that's what I'm going to get, well, that's what you're going to get. If you begin to test yourself and you test the matter of your speech and the images you see, and you say, well, you know what, I'm going to add a cherry on top. Well, try the cherry on top now. Add a shoelace with it. Add some coconut flakes, some almond shavings. Add whatever you want on top. And this is how you grow and evolve, or this is how you test the law or the universe. It's not about testing, but you want to see, wait a minute, I asked for the cherry and I got the cherry. That means I can ask for coconut. Oh my God, that means I can ask for anything. Now in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about how to actually express yourself fully and what happens, and 2 things that I would like for you to take a look at and become aware of. So I want to stop this video here. What I want to bring out to you is the fact that yes, you can be very, very specific and as detailed as you want to be. But I'm going to talk about details in the next video, 2 of the most important things you need to pay attention to. So like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button below, and I will see you within the program Manifest Without Money. Click the link below, and I would also love to see you in the private group Manifest Without Money on Facebook. So thank you guys for being here. With much gratitude, this is Luminita. Bye now.